Hey, I'm Andy, welcome to my channel. This is the September update for the best credit cards out there, the promos, the offers, the ways that are going to help you better manage your credit card. If you're watching this in a later month, maybe even next year or something like that, then check out the playlist. I'll share it up here. That has the up-to-date updates, if I can say that, for these videos. You might want to jump over to that playlist and find the most recent video. But generally the principles are the same. I'm not going to get into all the basics of credit cards here. That's all on the blog. It's all over in the articles, other videos as well. But the main principle here, the main thing to talk about when I'm sharing these different credit cards with you, if you can't afford to make those repayments every single month, they are not for you, okay? They are best avoided. There is no point getting one if you don't have the money to spend on them, apart from those balance transfer cards, which we'll get to in a second, okay? And that's why I'm not going to talk about in this video any of the interest rates that you'll get charged, because I do not want you to get a credit card if you're going to get charged interest on those monthly payments. They are not the answer, okay? So I'm not talking about that at all. Of course, if you think you are going to have to pay interest on your credit cards, then you want to do a bit more research and find one with the lowest rates. But I really would encourage you to look elsewhere, budget, talk to people, get some support if you feel that that is the only way you can afford something is with a credit card. Right, let's jump straight over to Chrome, because what I'm going to show you there is my article. I update this frequently, certainly every month when I do this video, but if any other changes happen in the month, I'll update it as well. So this one's updated today, and I'll quickly scroll through. That video will be replaced with this one when I've got this one live. And as you go through, there are all sorts of different details further down, but I'm just going to focus on here on this kind of content section, because that's going to help me frame the ones I'm going to tell you about. Now, first of all, we have the best 0% balance transfer card, and that has actually changed since last month. TSB have now come through with one which is up to 20 months. So that is the best 0% credit card, balance transfer credit card you can get at the moment. It's up to, which means you might not get that. And if you actually jump over to the terms and conditions, which I've got here, we scroll down, it tells you might get, where is it? What rates will I get? Oh, you've covered it with the screen, but it says you might get 26 months or you might get 23 months. So it depends on your credit rating which one you will get. Okay, so that's worth bearing that in mind. You might not get that full 29, and it has a fee of 2.95%, which is not too bad in comparison, but it is a little bit higher than some of the others. Now, one of the things that does worry me slightly about this TSB card is you can't do a soft check, an eligibility check. These are really important with any of the credit cards I'm talking about, because what it does, it has a look at your credit report, but it doesn't leave a mark for other kind of lenders to see. It's really important, because if you apply for a credit card and you get rejected, then that hurts your credit score, hurts your credit report. Whereas these soft checks don't make an impact, and they'll give you an idea. They call them eligibility checks for a reason. They'll give you an idea of how likely it is you're going to get that card. You can't do that with this one. So you want to obviously check your credit scores separately, see how strong they are, see how they look. If you're not quite sure, you might want to go for one of the ones below that. Again, I've got information about those over on the blog. The next one's talk about the best purchase credit card. And this is when you've got something big you need to buy, but you don't have the money right now, but you know you can afford it in a certain amount of time. So let's say you think you could save up for it in a year's time, but you need it right now. It could be whatever, your sofa's broken, your washing machine's broken, something like that. They're really good for those kind of purchases when you don't have a savings pot. 0% purchase credit cards, you can currently get 20 months interest free. Okay, so your options there for this one, 2 banks, TSB again, no eligibility check. So maybe better is to go with M&S Bank. They will give you 20 months, say 0% interest, as long as you make that minimum repayment every single month. Again, remember, if you want the rules for credit cards, check out the article, because that's where I've got all that information, but you need to make sure you make at least the minimum repayments every single month, if not more. Also with the M&S one, you get a £5 voucher. So that's a good one to check out there, I would say. Let's talk about money transfer credit cards now. These are really good if you've got maybe an overdraft you want clearing, or a catalogue debt, basically something you can't use a balance transfer card to move it over. Money transfer cards, and I've got more information about that you can check out. The money transfer card, you take the money from the credit card and put it into your bank account. Now, there aren't many of these now, and the length of time isn't so good, but they are good ones to check out. Your best bet is MBNA. Go to their website. Again, they have got an eligibility checker, and they'll give you up to 18 months 0%. There will be a 2.99% or 3.49% fee. Okay, that's the money you transfer over. So if it was £1,000, it'd be 2.99% of that, and so on. Okay, have a check of that one out, but make sure you do that eligibility check. In fact, you have to with the MBNA one. You have to do the check before you can apply. Okay, let's talk about cashback credit cards right now. American Express, quick one. If you are listening or watching this on Sunday, the 13th of September. Today is the last day for that American Express Shop Small promotion. So make sure you get out on the high street and try and support those local businesses, but also get some money back before that ends. If you haven't got one, these are the best cashback credit cards without a doubt. They will give you the highest rating, the highest cashback actually, up to 1.25%. I have got a separate video looking at the differences between the American Express Cashback Platinum card and the American Express Everyday Platinum Cashback card. Similar titles, that one word everyday is different, and there are differences between them. Personally, I think for most people, particularly if you're like to spend, do a lot of your spending on most of your spending on the credit card, you want to go for that full platinum cashback credit card. But check out that video for that full comparison. If you are wanting to spend somewhere which doesn't take Amex, it gets a little bit confusing and the options are not as good. My previous pick, that is no longer, well in fact, it's still my previous pick, but it's no longer as good. And that's the John Lewis and Partners card. From the start of this month, rather than giving you 0.5% back at non-John Lewis stores, it will now give you 0.25%. Which is not great. That's really quite poor, but it is better than nothing. So if you're spending money, you may as well earn the money. If you do shop at Waitrose at John Lewis, then I would go for that card because you also get 1.25% at those retailers. So great. But if you like to shop at Amazon and you've got Amazon Prime, then I would go for their credit card because you get that same 0.25% at non-Amazon retailers. But at Amazon with Prime, you get 1.5%. There are other options, so if you shop at Sainsbury's, you shop at M&S, you might want to check out their credit cards instead, but I would go with either of those two because if you do shop at Amazon or John Lewis. If you don't, then I would go for this next card, which is my best travel credit card. Now, obviously, these normally I'd be shouting about them all summer, all year round, really, because they can avoid paying fees on spending abroad. But we're not really going abroad, not in the numbers we were, and let's face it, we don't know what's going on, how often that's going to go back to normal. But if you are going abroad or you're not bothered about, say, those shops like Amazon, John Lewis, M&S, then there's a Barclay card which will give you 0.25%, so the same as those across all those different retailers. You just don't get a boost in an individual store. It's the Barclay card Rewards credit card. And as I said, you will get charged nothing for not only spending, but also cash withdrawals when you go abroad. It's great to have that alongside something like a Starling current account. So you've got a couple of options, or maybe even a Curve card. And finally, the last one, I know there's a lot of people, they do struggle with building their credit score in the first place. So some of these cards, even with the eligibility checks, they might say, look, you've got no chance. So where do you go? Well, actually, a credit card is a good way to help you get other credit cards. We have something called a credit building one. These essentially you spend a small amount on them is the idea every single month, and then clear it. And it just gives people the score people, the lenders, some proof that you are able to responsibly borrow money with a credit card. The best one right now, same as last month, is from Amazon, the Amazon Classic credit card. You get a £10 Amazon voucher with it, which is why it's probably head and shoulders above the rest. You also get 3 months 0% interest on your purchases. Just remember to make sure you do clear that before that 3 months is up. It's better just to use it, I think, as that building credit card. That's it. There you go. So it's a quick little rundown of all the different credit cards for September 2020. I'll be back next week looking at the best savings accounts for September going into October. Again, every single week I'll be doing a new one of these. If you missed it last week, I went through the best current accounts. Until next time, thanks so much. If you like this video, please do hit the like button, hit that subscribe, leave me a comment. All of it much, much appreciated. And I'll see you again soon. And here are a couple more videos you might find interesting.